All right, this is take two. The first time I recorded, the audio was pretty bad, so I had to re-record it. So for this second video, I want to talk about, I guess, my review on Designlab. Some people will reach out to me to say, you know what, should I really be doing this? What is it like to be in Designlab? And for me, there are a few criterias. Definitely, talk to people who have been in it, figure out the pros and cons because some people are very against boot camp and it's for good reasons too. So definitely listen and then decide, is it for you or it's not? And let me explain why I did it. Because it was 2019, I was laid off, but I was working for a software company and I worked with a UX designer for 3.5 years. And for me, it was clear I needed structure. So I was laid off. I said, you know what, I'm going to actually pursue UX design. So I went online and found someone who taught in Springboard, Designlab, and another bootcamp. So she did a whole breakdown on it. I emailed her. I like doing this. I like emailing people. Whatever program, whatever I see online, I try to find those people's contact and email them to ask questions, one-on-one questions, like specific questions, things I'm curious about, so I can, gather info and make a better decision based on it. So the mentor that I spoke to, recommended Designlab, and so I went for it. I heard good things about Springboard too. However, the difference is I feel Designlab, they write their own curriculum and they're constantly updating it. So I feel it's getting better. And also there's career service. And it's pretty long. So when I say career service, that means you get to talk to your mentors. Back then it was 30 minutes to get feedback and everything you need. So it's actually a pretty long time. And I think with whatever you choose to do, I think what's crucial, I mean, you can also just do, go to ADP to find people to help you. But I think with curriculum, what I'm looking for, I want to be immersed in the environment, immersed in the work, and I wanted feedback. I feel this is crucial to growth. You need feedback to grow. You need maybe routine because like the mentor I found was very specific. Again, mentor is crucial to your growth. Finding people, again, mentor to give you feedback on your work, on your presentation, to see what's working and what's not working. I think within just like anything, to like people who excel, they have good coaches, people who coach them, and they just iterate on their process. So with Designlab, make sure if you not all mentors are equal. I've heard good things and terrible things, to be honest, of people's mentor. If they're not good, switch them. You're paying a lot of money, so make sure you find someone who's good. Because I feel like almost like that makes or breaks your experience. My mentor was super strict, but I like that. I like strict. I like structure. I like routine. So when I was in Designlab, was so strict. He's like, be ready to clock in. I mean, clocked hours, clocked in. Like you need to clock in. So you need to clock in 50 hours. The work may only take 40, but be ready to do this. And it was intense. However, I grew a lot. You know, I really prepped for the presentation. And when you start working, you realize that's what you do. You have to present your work. You have to tell your team, tell whoever you're working with, like, well, or stand up. Like when you're working, you might have stand ups. You need to say, okay, what did I work on yesterday? Uh, you know, what am I working on today? Any blockers? Like, or you might have to go to your teammates, say, you know what, this is what I'm working on, and this is the type of feedback I'm looking for. So whatever I did in Designlab, again, boils back to your mentor. When I start working, it makes sense. It just makes sense. It's like, oh, this is everything I learned just in practice. So that made a lot of sense. So that's why I say it's crucial your mentor, um, you know, kind of breaks or makes your experience. And so my recommendation, it depends. What are you looking for? It is pricey. It does cost a lot. But again, sometimes if needed, you have to ask yourself, is it worth the investment? Because I have to say, I invested in it. And of course, once you get out, and if you find a job, I'm going to do another video on job hunting and career service. my salary really went up. It was, it just went up almost, not exactly doubled, but it went up a lot. Yeah. So again, this is an investment you're making. So just think it through, like what's suitable. Like, can you just learn on your own? Can you learn and do end-to-end process? Because when you're interviewing, sometimes they want to know, can you do it? Some people, they're able to pull it off without boot camps. They're able to do projects and they're able to do it. So it is possible. I'm not saying you have to do this, but do find people to give you feedback. And in Designlab, you have a group critique section, which is great because when you're at work, sometimes you do have a group. You need to give each other feedback, which is normal. So if you have a group, you give feedback and you present. Again, practice presentation. Just present, 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 collect feedback and iterate on it. And again, find a good mentor. Really find someone who's able to give you feedback, who's able to stretch you and expand you and help you grow. Because I feel this is so crucial. It will really just help you take off if you're able to do that. So that's my recommendation on Designlab. Again, think it through to see if it's a fit, and I'll record more videos on the career service portion.